Hi dear students, welcome back to Physics Online class. In last class, we discussed about the force, Aristotelian law, types of inertia, definition of inertia, types of inertia. Under that first one were inertia for rest completed and example also completed. In today's session, I am going to explain about the continue part of type of inertia. The second one, inertia for motion. What is the definition of inertia of motion? It is the inability of the body, or it is the tendency of a body to change by itself its state of uniform motion along a straight line. It is the tendency of the body to change by itself its state of uniform motion along a straight line. Okay, how to explain this one? Okay, I will give best example for this one. We are standing in a bus, running bus. Suppose driver suddenly applies the brake. At that time, we are falls forward direction. We are falling forward direction. Because we are moving in a uniform velocity. Uniform velocity along with the bus. When the driver applies the brake, we are falls forward direction. Okay, this one is the best example for inertia for motion. ಈಗ ನೀವು ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ, ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದವಾಗ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಬೀಳ್ತೀರಿ? ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಬೀಳ್ತೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಬೀಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕಾರಣ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ inertia for motion. Okay, this one is a good example for inertia for motion. Example, I will write here. When a moving bus suddenly stops, when a moving bus suddenly stops or apply the brake, a person standing in it falls forward. Okay, this one is a good example for inertia for motion. Third one. Okay, third one type of inertia for direction. Inertia for direction. Definition. It is the tendency of the body or inability of the body to change by itself its direction of motion. Okay, suppose when we are sitting in a bus, okay, on that curved path, driver suddenly turns a bus or sharp turn comes. At that time it turns a bus. We are sitting inside the bus, that we are also turns outside at the center of the circular path. Okay, this one is the best example for inertia for direction. Definition: it is the inability, or it is also called a tendency, inability of the body to change to change by itself it's a direction of motion. It's a direction of a motion. Okay, this one is some sentence important. To change by itself, it's a direction of motion. It is the inability of the body to change by itself its direction of motion is called as inertia of a direction. Example for this one. When a bus takes sharp turn, when a bus, or you take car, bus takes a sharp turn, bus takes a sharp turn, a person sitting in the bus experiences a force acting away from the center of circular path or curved path. From the center of curved path. Okay, for example, this one is on curved road. Okay, bus or car takes a sharp turn on the curved road. At that time, a person sitting in the bus, okay, he get experiences force due to that one. Okay, that person direction changed away from the center of circular path. Okay, this one is the best example for the inertia of a direction of motion. The next, okay, dear students, next one very important concept, that is the Newton's laws of motions. Newton's scientists explain about the force and motion by using his laws is called as Newton's laws of motion. Here he considered total 3 laws. First law, that is the Newton's first law of motion. What is the statement of Newton's first law of motion? What is say? Every body continues to be its state of rest or uniform motion in a straight line or along a straight line unless it is compelled by some external force to change that state. For example, this one is a ball. It is in which position? It is in rest position. Now it is in rest position. Here there is no any force acting on it, means it does not change its position. Correct now? Suppose this one ball, it is moving along a straight line with a uniform velocity. It does not change its velocity. Unless you have force acting on it. Suppose when you are acting external force on this one ball, its velocity will be changed. Means its acceleration also changed. Okay, this one explained by scientist Newton. So that law we call as Newton's first law of motion. Statement: every body continuous, every body continuous in its state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless it is compelled by some external force to change that state, Okay, this one is the statement of Newton's first law of motion. Every body continues to be in the state of rest or uniform motion in the state of rest and uniform motion in a straight line unless it is compelled by some external force to change that state. Clear now? This one is called as Newton's first law of motion. Okay, here in that statement we consider the two parts. First one part, body it is in state of rest, and second one part, body moving with uniform motion along a straight line. How to explain this one law? Students, observe here. Explanation. Consider a passenger sitting in a bus at rest. Passenger are sitting in a bus at rest. The passenger remains at rest until the bus moves. The passenger remains at rest until the bus moves. Okay, this is the first part of the law. Everybody continues to be state of rest. Okay. Until they compelled by external force acting on it. Here, when the bus suddenly starts means it falls for backward direction, because here inertia of rest will be acting on it. Already that inertia of rest explained. This one is the first part. Second part. Body moving with uniform motion along a straight line. It means consider a passenger sitting in a bus moving with uniform velocity. If the bus suddenly stops or driver applies the brake, the passenger feels forward jerk. This is because the passenger is initially moving with uniform motion and it tries moving forward direction. This is second part of the law. Clear now? Suppose any one body it is in rest position means here there is no any force acting on it, means it remains in the state of rest. When you apply force it will be changes its position. Or any one body moving with uniform velocity. Okay, here there is no any external force on it, means it moving with the same velocity. Suppose when you are acting force on it, due to that force it will be changes its velocity. Okay, this one is explained by scientist Newton. This law we call as Newton's first law of motion. Clear now? Then next, Newton's second law of motion. Students, before starting the Newton's second law of motion, we studied about the linear momentum. We learned about linear momentum. What is the definition of linear momentum? How to express this one? Linear momentum is the thing, but it is a product of mass and velocity of a body. Mass and velocity of a body. Definition. it is defined as defined as the product of mass and velocity. The product of mass and velocity of a body is called as linear momentum of the body. How to express this one? Okay, P is equal to M into V. P is equal to M into V, called as momentum. Here P is considered as an momentum. M, it is a mass, and V is the velocity of a body. This is called as linear momentum or momentum of a body. Okay, next one, Newton's second law of motion. Statement: Newton's second law of motion is defined as the rate of change of momentum of a body. It is always directly proportional to the applied force on the body, and that body get displaces in the direction of applied force. The rate of change of momentum of a body. Now I am considering this one is on body. Ball, it is on body. Okay, ball, it is on body. It is in which position? Rest position. Okay, suppose the momentum of a body, the momentum nothing but product of mass and velocity. That momentum of a body, it is directly proportional to the applied force. Now we are applying force in this direction, then body get displaces in the direction of applied force. That momentum of a body is directly proportional to the applied force, and it is always moves in the direction of applied force only. Okay, this one we call as Newton's second law of motion. Statement: the rate of change of momentum of a body. The rate of change of momentum of a body, is directly proportional to the applied force on the body, or force applied on the body. Force applied on the body, and it takes place in the direction of applied force. This is called as Newton's second law of motion. Okay, by the definition we read the expression, that is F applied force is directly proportional to the dP divided by dt. dP nothing but change in momentum, dt change in time period. Okay, this one is called as Newton's second law of motion. Once again repeat this one. The rate of change of momentum of a body always directly proportional to the applied force. On the body, and it takes place direction in the applied force. That is F directly proportional to the dP divided by dt. Okay, by using this one Newton's second law, we derive the derivation F is equal to ma. That is very important for your examination, and important for CET also. Derive for 3 marks purpose, very important. Derive F is equal to m into a. F nothing but force, m mass, a acceleration using Newton's second law. Newton's second law. Newton's second law. F is equal to ma using Newton's second law. Already we know the expression. We know that F directly proportional to what here? dP divided by dt. Then remove the proportionality constant, add on constant term. F is equal to K dP divided by dt. In the place of proportional sign, we consider one constant term, that is K. K is called as constant. Proportionality constant. Its value K is equal to 1. Then this is considered as equation number 1. Okay, after considering K is equal to 1, we get F is equal to dP divided by dt. Okay, this is the equation number 2. Then P nothing but what here? Momentum. Momentum expression, but P is equal to momentum expression, P is equal to m into v, product of mass and velocity. In the place of P, you take m into v. F is equal to d divided by dt as it is. The place of P, take m into v. M into v. Then take m. M it is a constant outside the d by dt and differentiate to v only. F is equal to m d by dt multiplied to the v. dv divided by dt. dv divided by dt is called as change in velocity with respect to time period. This one is called as acceleration of a body. Then F is equal to what here? M in the place of dv divided by dt a. Because a is equal to what here? Acceleration dv divided by dt. Now we have proved the expression F is equal to ma using Newton's second law. Once again repeat this one. Derive the expression F is equal to ma using Newton's second law. Okay, by the statement F directly proportional to dP divided by dt. Remove the proportionality constant, add on constant term. F is equal to K dP divided by dt. Equation number 1. K is called as proportionality constant. K is equal to 1. Then F is equal to dP divided by dt. Equation number 2. But P is equal to what here? M into V. Product of mass and velocity. In the place of P, take M into V. F is equal to d divided by dt. M into V. M it is a constant outside the d divided by dt. F is equal to m multiply d divided by dt to the v dv divided by dt. F is equal to m as it is. dv divided by dt we call as acceleration. In the place of dv divided by dt we take a. Now we proved F is equal to ma. Up to here Newton's second law also over. Okay students, last one concept, Newton's third law or Newton's third law of motion. Statement: to every action there is always equal and opposite reaction. Statement: to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Opposite reaction. For every action there is always equal and opposite reaction. ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸಮ ಮತ್ತು ವಿರುದ್ಧ ದಿಕ್ಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತವೆ. Equal and opposite reaction. For every action there is always equal and opposite reaction. Or to every action there is always equal and opposite reaction. Example or explanation. Suppose we are swimming in a water, at that time we are pushing a water in a backward direction. That is considered as an action. When we are pushing water backward direction, that swimming person move forward direction. That is considered as an reaction. Here, action and reaction, that two are always equal and opposite. Example, a swimmer or a swimming person, swimmer pushes the water back. That is considered as an action. Action is equal to F vector. And water pushes him forward direction. Okay, that forward direction considered as an reaction. That is considered as an minus F vector. Here, action and reaction, that two are equal but opposite direction. Okay, from the Newton's third law, F is equal to, or F vector is equal to minus F vector. This one is the action and this one is the reaction. That two are equal and opposite. Okay, this one is a Newton's third law of motion. Thank you.